Yılmaz ve Nihat kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tanrı doğru çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Right, ladies and gents, we've had a look at the club, we've had a look at the players' ability. We are currently in the middle of bringing in some new staff, got a few guys on trial, and well, it is time to see what the players' mentality is like as we are introduced to the team. So let's do our introduction to the squad. Now, I'm showing you this because, well, as you can see, it has changed a little bit from the previous ones. So positive is the only option we have at the moment. So positively, I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you as the new Bursaspor manager. How are they taking that? Well, everyone is encouraged, apart from this guy who is agreeable. Now, and this guy. He's okay, so is that our vice captain, I believe? No, that's, yeah, vice captain, and that's our captain. Our captain's okay, our vice captain, is encouraged. Things went okay, I suppose. So, as you can see, we've got very many options when it comes to promises. I don't think we particularly want to make any promises to the team at this moment. What do we have as options, though? Squad. I will look to strengthen the goalkeeping area of the squad. We cannot do that at the moment. I will be looking to strengthen the defence. Now, that's possible. Midfield and attack. Not going to make a promise on any particular area. The season, I will be looking to reduce the size of the squad. That is a lie. I'm going to be trying to increase the size of the squad. Youth and transfers. I'm going to give youth a chance this season, not particularly. I'll be making it clear right now, if you want to leave and a big offer is made for you, nobody will stand in your way. Again, that's a lie. I'm going to try and keep all our best players. Although I have been offering new contracts to everyone because half our team is running out of a contract next year. And our best 4 players don't want to sign new contracts. Now, that's not too... Oh, sorry, 3 of our best 4, I believe, don't want to sign new contracts. The guy who will is one of the 2 older ones. The 2 youngsters don't want to stick around, so that's a little bit of a problem. Now, we're likely to make some cuts this season. Yeah, I'm not looking to make cuts particularly. Staff, I'll try and improve the quality of the backroom staff. Now, that I can actually offer. I don't want to make any promises. If there is anyone interested in taking a coaching course, I'm willing to make that happen this season. Wow. So, I'll try and improve the quality of the backroom staff at the club. That has gone down okay. Some players, I might be alone in thinking this, but I'm not bothered about that promise. Well, does it matter then? Just deal with it. I'm bringing him in. So, okay, so we can point the finger. Point at you. So, point the finger assertively. We can wave our hand. Wave hand in an open, convincing manner. Or we can raise our hands, palms face down, passively. Calm down, lads, calm down. So, we're not going to gesture, we're just going to simply say, I think that's enough promises for now. Let's discuss our expectations for the season. So, as you can see, we've got a mixture, quite a few negative people hanging around the squad. That's never a good sign. I'm not sure where we all stand now. I had expected some clear promises to be made. What promises was you expecting, my friend? What promises was you expecting? Right. So, convincingly, we can say these, right? I think we should be aiming for mid-table. We should definitely not. Top half, again, definitely not. We need to be aiming higher. I'm very positive our chances. I think we can go ahead and make the playoffs this season. That is what the board wants, and that sounds reasonable. I'm very positive about our chances. I think we can go and win automatic promotion this season. I'm not sure how many of those spots are up for grabs, so I'm not going to say that. I think we're good enough to go up as champion. Right, let's just say playoffs. Playoffs is reasonable. Everyone's like that. That's pleased. There's a couple of satisfieds in there, but all in all, pretty good. So, that's exactly the kind of ambition I want to see from our manager. We'll make the playoffs. That's exactly the sort of reaction I was after also, but we are going to do it. Pump fist. Yes, come on, lads. So, pump fist, clenched, intended to encourage. Outstretched arms, direct in front of body, palms open in praise. So, we are just going to calmly, we're just going to say, that's exactly the sort of reaction we was expecting. That has gone down fine, convincingly. I'll also be aiming to reach the last stages of the Turkish Cup this season. Now, I'm not sure what we're expected to do in that, but I'll also expect us to give a good account of ourselves in the Turkish Cup. I'll say good account, because I'm not really fussed about that. I think we can do that. Okay, we're not really fussed about the cup. We want the league. We want promotion. We want to get to the top league and get to the top of it. So, positive. That's exactly the sort of reaction I was after. Now, convincingly, I've also finalised the code of conduct. So, everyone's okay with the code of conduct. That has gone down fine. Don't need to convince, insist, positive. Okay, that's a great response. Thank you. That is gone down greatly. Now, summary, I guess, is where we head from that screen. As you can see, 21 players' reactions. Positive body language, few of them are happy. It's gone pretty well. Everyone's been uplifted in terms of morale. Dressing room atmosphere is excellent. Now, managerial support is a little bit above average now. So, notable highlights, that went down well. The conversation appearing to be a positive effect on several players' morale. So, on the whole, it went down pretty good. So, that was our player meeting. I will bring you back if we have probably our interview for joining the club. If not, I will join you back for some transfers in just a second. Right, ladies and gents, so as you can see, it was a waste of time me cutting the segment in the previous bit and moving to this bit because it wasn't far away. We have our introduction to the media. So let's attend the press conference. As you can see, we have 5 journalists at today's meeting. I probably have no idea who any of them are. So these are where they are from. Again, I have no idea. We have the Bursa Football Latest, which is our local one. We have Goal Publication. I know Goal. And the Turkish Football Review. No idea. There's quite a few national press and one from the local. So, okay, let's kick things off with the first question from Milliet. Or start press conference. Oh, that's the press officer, Kara. That is Kara's little bit of speech. So, the first question. Can you share some thoughts on what is meant... what it means to be the manager here at Bursaspor? Well, I have to say, it's smile warmly, because we want to be positive. We want to give a positive impression. Well, it's positive. Anyways, we're not going to go for the neutral. I don't wish to discuss this, because that's not a great way to start your time at a club. Saying, I don't wish to discuss why I joined this club. So, I'm very excited. This is a great club, and I can't wait to get stuck in. I'm pleased to give a chance to manage this club. I want to get down to business quickly. I think everyone knows what a challenge managing the club. No. It's excellent. Great club, and I can't wait to get stuck in. So why Bursaspor? What was the allure of coming here? Again, smile warmly. This is a massive club that would appeal to anyone. They're built for success. Which they are. So, we go over to the Turkish footballer. Did you ever doubt that this was the right job for you? No, not at all. Smile warmly. It's tempting to shake my head. Right. As you can see, that's got rid of the convincing element when I smile warmly. If I go with shaking head, that gets rid of any positive. So we are going to simply smile warmly. I genuinely felt that this was the perfect job. There was no doubts whatsoever. This is where I wanted to come. So, Sporks. It is Enes. Enes is asking, you have taken this job without being able to speak Turkish. Well, I'll learn, I guess. Won't it be tough to manage the side until you get to grips with the language? Yes, that will make it a little bit difficult, and I apologise for my phone vibrating just then. Hopefully, the cloth it's on dampened it down a little bit. So, smile warmly. We're going to stay smiling. I don't have worries. It's a universal language. I don't think it's as much of an issue as some people will have you believe. What? Could you speak a little more slowly in future? Thank you. I mean, it's tempting. But no, I know football is a universal language. Right, you've taken the step into football management. Despite being just 26 years of age, critics have suggested that you will struggle to command respect in the dressing room that contains footballers older than you are. What do you say to that? Well, these footballers aren't very good, so smile warmly. It's a valid point to bring up. It is unusual for the manager to be younger than some of their players. I can only hope it won't be an issue. I'll go with that. Just keep the positivity rolling, ladies and gents. So, we're led to believe that you're quite heavily focused on the fitness side of the game. Do you intend... Right, day-to-day management. So, smile warmly. That gets rid of the convincing. It's obviously something different to most managers. So, it's got a lot of the older responses. However, it's framed much better in this version of the game. So, what do you think of Bursaspor squad? I hate it. I came here and I absolutely hate the squad. No. The squad looks fantastic. I want to get to know every player, and I will. But for the time being, I believe we've got a very good squad here. That is the perfect response in my eyes. Have you introduced yourself to the squad yet? Yes, we did. We did it in the previous segment, in fact. So, smile warmly. A new manager means a time for optimism and fresh start. So there's real buzz around the group from what... Yeah, positivity, ladies and gents, positivity. What role can the supporters play in the moving this club forward? Well, not a whole lot with the current predicament, but when they can get back into the stadium, this is one of the most dedicated fan bases in the world. Yes, Bursaspor, my heart goes out to you. Now, can you talk about the club's potential and where you'd like to take the team to the top? We've already established this one. We need to aim high, set ambitions high. That's how we'll get to where we want to be. Now, we can't do our happy smiley, so we have to go for an alternative approach now. So, how hard do you expect to work the players on the training ground? Well, we need to work smarter, not harder. I mean, not really. You have to work hard for your success, and that is the basic level of commitment I require from all of my players. We must be prepared to work hard. Exactly. Work hard. Work hard, play hard, ladies and gents. That is what we do around here. Thank you, everyone. That's all the questions we have for today. Thank you, Kara. Now, how did that go down? I think the press conference went fine. Didn't go great, didn't go bad. Notable highlights. Can you share some of your thoughts on what it means to be the manager of Bursaspor? Right, the board didn't give us any instructions on questions to avoid, so that's something to look forward to in the future. When the board tells us not to answer a question, do we listen or do we just completely ignore that and do our own thing? So we are going to pester the board. We are going to, day one, be pestering, well, technically not day one, it's like week one. We're going to pester the board for some things. So we are going to do, we're not going to build a new stadium. We're not going to mess about with any of the staff stuff, I don't believe, for now. Not going to ask for a new contract. Now, an affiliate would be nice. A senior affiliate would also be lovely for us to get, but we shall wait on... actually, you know what? No, we're going to request a senior affiliate, or at least request talking about a senior affiliate. So we don't want to cut anything back. We don't particularly care about the scouting range for now. What we do want, though, is increase next season's transfer budget. Where is the increase? Personal? No. Where is the percentage option? Junior coaching, next season's increase transfer budgets. I swear there's an option for percentage-wise. I'm probably just being completely blind and missing it, but yeah, I swear we had the option before to ask for percentage to be increased, but that is that for now. So let's just move forward. Hopefully we can have our board meeting regarding the affiliate, which should be nice. No, they've just straight rejected it. Can we discuss this board? That would be nice. We are talking to El Presidente, Kamat. So, Kamat, we should seek an affiliate with a suitable club to attempt to garner some extra income. Who doesn't like free money? Free money is nice. So, we believe that any income would be negligible and not enough to warrant becoming the minor party in such an agreement. So, we aren't going to accept that. We're not going to insist and we're not going to threaten. So, we're going to try and be a little bit convincing. The financial benefits even, for this will really help the club grow. If your request isn't granted, I can see the club being left behind. The lack of ambition. No, we're not going to insult him. I believe we should try and increase our income at every available opportunity. We would still rather retain our independence as a club. Okay, fine. We'll accept it. I can't pretend that I'm not disappointed, but that's what we've got to work with. We're not going to go for a junior affiliate because we don't want to be throwing money away. As you can see, we have acquired a new sports scientist though, so we'll get him in. I will continue to try and make new acquisitions, go through the friendlies, and well, I'll see you back when we have some transfer news to show and probably our first game of today's episode. Well, I say our first game, our only game of today's episode, because we don't want it to be about an hour long. So I'll see you in the next segment in just a second. Okay, so it's not transfers and it's not our game for today's episode. It is in fact another meeting. It's the recruitment meeting. And well, I didn't know if it was worth putting in, but we are going to record it, have a little look. And if it is, then well, it's going to make it into the video. So attend the meeting. The meeting agenda, of course, is remaining club vision and transfer budget. Determine areas even to improve, review recommendations, decide on short-term recruitment focus. So this is an interesting screen. We are here with the president here and the chief scout. So the president says, I've called this meeting as we're about to start a transfer window. I want us to align on our aims for the market. Our aims are to get some free transfers as far as I'm concerned. So he wants us to work within the budget. So the budget, of course, is 4.7 million lira. We then have 280,000 wage budget per week, and 240,000 of that is currently being used. So, great. I'd be interested in hearing your suggestions on areas you think we should improve. I'm aware of where we need to strengthen, and I'm happy to deal with the window recruitment. I mean, I'm already doing that anyway, but I want to hear from him. I want him to tell us what he thinks, because if we turn around and tell him we've got it all sorted, he's going to think we don't care about his opinion. So, as you can see, we have the chief scout. I've identified a couple of areas that I think we should focus on recruitment efforts on. Now, he's saying our deep line forward, our winger, our central attacking mid, and our forward. I would say that's the most backwards thing I've ever heard. Our chief scout might be an idiot. I hate to say it, but I recruited this guy as well. He's an idiot. Our back line is probably where we need to be looking, and our goalkeeper, because these guys, they're good. In fact, we are looking at bringing in a deep line playmaker, but that's only so we can move him to central attacking mid. And, well, yeah, we can sort these two positions out as well. Now, admittedly, a few of these, they do want to go. They don't want to stick around. So maybe that's just a case of he wants to cover for the future. But still, for this season, that's not our area to be looking at. So I am going to say, I don't think that should be our aim. I think we should be looking at bringing in a right back. We identified before that we need a right winger, ideally. So we'll put them two on. We'll remove other. So we've got right winger, right wing back. That's what I was looking at before. Now, I think a goalkeeper would be nice. We could do with strengthening our entire back line for the most part. So we'll look at that in terms of recruitment. So I like the list we have here, but I will view the report in the Scout Center instead. So backline, goalkeeper, winger. We could bring in some of these, but I don't think it's necessarily needed. Maybe a striker. So we'll add a striker in just in case. And I think that's pretty well. I think we can go ahead on that basis. I don't think we particularly need these areas, so let's get started. As you can see in the current squad, these are the players we have that we can work with. So the recruitment team will target players that meet this criteria. There's an overall of the current squad to make improvements. We've been looking at the following areas: attacking midfield, right, players who are well suited for playing as a winger. So Kapach is currently tied with Hamachi, but he's currently playing as a central midfielder. So yes, that is what. Right. Let's set a short-term focus to identify targets for this position. We don't need to worry about this position right now, so let's look at the next one. I think that is probably the case. We don't particularly need to focus on it right this second, but it would be nice to improve for the future. So, next one. I'm ready to look at the next position. This is for our wing back. Now, as you can see, we haven't got a very good one, so let's set a short-term focus to go after a wing back. Now, we want a wing back who is ideally 3-star and above. We want his potential to be no lower than a 3-star. Availability, we'll just leave it on typically for now. I don't want to get into the depths of this too much. Well, 2 months priority, we'll leave on normal. We're not too much in a rush to get that sorted. We don't want him to be fullback, we want a wing back. Complete wing back would be great, but we'll settle for just a normal wing back at the moment. And that is that position. Yes, please focus on finding a transfer for this role. We don't need to worry about this. No, we want to focus on that. So focus on that one. Right, let's move on to the next one of these positions. So sweeper keeper. As you can see, our keeper isn't great. Let's set a short-term focus for that. Again, we want 3-star minimum. That is our aim. We are going to tell them to focus on this role right now. All right, let's move on to the next one. As you can see, centre back isn't a great position for us either. So focus, you know the drill, ladies and gents. 3-star, 3-star. Focus on that. Right, next one. Central defender, the other side. Yes, that's a weak spot, so we're going to go 3-star. I am liking the fact it shows your recommendations for these. So if you think first off that you have a weak part of the squad and then you realise, actually, no, we do have players in that position, it's quite nice because you can tell them to put it on the back burner. So, as you can see, wing back, our wing back yet again. This is why I'm saying we need to focus more on our defence because it's very much the weak part of the squad. So, short-term focus yet again. So, 3-star. 3-star, we want you to be a wing back. I didn't check that on the central defenders. That was probably a mistake, but considering the positions are there, they should pick reasonable roles. Fingers crossed that they did. Now, as you can see, advanced forward is the next one on the list. We have a good advanced forward, but as you can see, the backups aren't great. He wants out. He is good. He can move up if he does decide to leave. The problem is, he isn't very good. Core is not great, although it's not a rush. We don't need to sort that right now. So we're going to put it on the back burner. I am going to carry on with some transfers. If there's some more new elements of the game to show you, I'll show you them. If not, we shall be looking at transfers and then getting into our game for today's episode. So I'll see you in the next segment in just a second.